Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Lash with Lex. Today's video we are going to be going over how to do laser lipo and cavitation. If you guys did not know, I am also a certified body sculptor, so I'm going to start doing tutorials on these procedures as well. And you guys know we don't waste any time over here, so we're going to go ahead and get right into this video. So before we start this video, I want to show you guys what machine I'm using, and I'm also going to go ahead and press the cavitation icon that's on the screen. And after I press that, I want to make sure that the energy is all the way up to 9. That is going to be the highest energy possible, and I want to make sure it's on model A as well. And we're going to go ahead and press start. So while I'm prepping my client, I want to go over what laser lipo and cavitation is. Both of these procedures are a part of body sculpting that is designed specifically for weight loss by way of frequencies. Laser lipo is going to shrink the fat cells anywhere on the desired body area, and the cavitation is going to melt the fat cells and bring them to your lymphatic system for drainage. Now, anyone who may already have these machines, and I'm going to go ahead and place them in the description down below. You can get these machines from Amazon. I want to go ahead and let you guys know to make sure that you always use gloves when you're working on a client. You always want to use gloves, and you will also need towels as well. So before I get into the procedure, I want to have ultrasound jelly. This is going to allow our tools to glide over the client's desired body area. As you can see, we're going to be working on our client's stomach and oblique area. So right now I'm trying to warm up the ultrasound jelly a little bit because it can be a little cold and uncomfortable for clients. But after that is warm up, I'm going to go ahead and place that on our client's skin, and this is going to make the tools glide easily. So I do think this procedure in particular is very self-explanatory, especially after you watch a full video. It's very easy to grasp the hang of it. However, I do recommend you guys stick around for some useful techniques and tips that I'm going to go over shortly. These are just some things that I picked up over the years of doing body sculpting. As you can see, I placed the ultrasound jelly on our client's skin, and now I'm using our cavitation tool to melt those fat cells and bring them to the lymphatic system for drainage. Keep in mind that I do have this set for a 30-minute procedure. So for our client's goals, I'm going to be working very closely to the oblique area and the midsection area. So I'm going to be going at about this pace. I want to move fairly quickly so I can melt as many fat cells as possible. I'm going to be using this pace, and we're going to be coming from the oblique area to the midsection, and then in about 15 minutes I'm going to move to the other side. You definitely want to make sure that you're getting pretty much this whole left side of your client's abdomen. And with cavitation in particular, there is no motion or circular movement that I would recommend anyone to do. I have seen videos of people doing a circular motion. I don't necessarily recommend that. I would recommend to move at a motion that I am doing. As you can see in the video, you want to go from a pretty much a straight motion to the lymphatic system. You want to melt as many of those fat cells as possible coming from the desired area that the client wants to focus on. And if you find that your client's skin is getting a little dry, that does happen, just feel free to apply more ultrasound jelly. I'm going to try to take this time to answer any questions that I think you guys are going to automatically have. And if I don't answer your question shortly, just feel free to drop that in the comment section below, and I will try to get back to everybody as soon as possible. So one of the main things that your client is going to feel sometime after the procedure, they may have to use the bathroom really bad. Sometimes they may feel a little bit lighter, but they may not see the results. I always tell clients that you will see the results within 72 hours. After a procedure, you want to encourage them to drink as much water as possible. This is going to help with the drainage. Naturally, the fat cells will drain out of the lymphatic system, but we definitely want to give it an extra boost. So by any means necessary, that could mean by urinating, sweating, working out. You definitely just want to get those fat cells out of your body, and the more that you help your body is gonna help you. So something very important that you want to keep in mind is that while you're doing this procedure in particular, you will definitely have your clients say that they hear something in their ears, and it may sound like static to some people. That's just the frequencies in their body, and that means that it's working. So you definitely want to ask your client, what do you hear? What do you feel? And if they don't hear anything, you're probably not doing something right. You want to double check the machine, make sure that it's on the right icon. and make sure that it is on the cavitation icon. And you also want to make sure that there is enough lubricant with the ultrasound jelly as well. So I'm going to continue to melt these fat cells to the lymphatic system so we can give our client that snatch look that they are going for. And please stay tuned for useful tips I'm going to be going over throughout the video. I am going to be working on the left side of our client for about 15 minutes, and once you get to the 15-minute mark, because this is a 30-minute procedure, I'm going to move to the right side and do the exact same thing that we're doing to the left side of the client's abdomen. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comment section below. However, I will be trying to go over questions that I think you guys are going to have, so make sure you stay tuned. So as I'm working on this client, I want to go over a couple of things that I think you guys may want to know, or some things that I just know that you probably would ask. So the first thing is, how do I get into body sculpting? So depending on your state, it may require you to be a licensed esthetician. Depending on the state, all states will not require this. The states that do not require you to be a licensed esthetician, more than likely you would just need to reach out to someone who maybe does body sculpting and see if they offer class. That's what I did. There was a nearby spa that was offering classes, and I went and took that class, and I got my certificate within the same day. It was about a maybe 8-hour class, so that's an option. And you can also look on Google to see if there's any certification courses or classes that you can take. So another thing that I think you guys are going to ask is, how often can someone get this procedure, and does anybody maybe not qualify? So with laser lipo and cavitation, you can get this procedure every 72 hours. As far as how many procedures someone may need, it really just depends on what their goals are and where they started. There are a few things that will disqualify you from getting certain body sculpting procedures, like if you're pregnant. You can get them if you are breastfeeding, from what I've been told and what I have been taught. However, we definitely recommend to pump about 72 hours worth of milk before you were to get the procedure. Another thing that will disqualify you, for an example, is having a pacemaker. You definitely do not want to get one of these procedures if you have a pacemaker. There are a couple other things. I'm going to try to list them in the description, but ultimately you will be able to get the best answers if you were to take a certification course or become a licensed esthetician. So another thing that I think you guys may ask is, can a client drink alcohol while taking this procedure? Short answer is no, but you know, we can never know exactly what they're doing. So it has been about 15 minutes, and I am now going to start working on the right side of our client's abdomen. Remember, whatever we do to the left side, we have to do to the right side. So we're going to be working on the right side for 15 minutes as well. And I'm going to be moving. I'm going to be moving at a really good pace because I want my client to have some really, really good results. I believe she told me she was going to a class reunion and she was trying to fit into this dress. So we're definitely going to try to give her those good results, and stay tuned for more tips. So it has been 15 minutes for the right side as well. So I'm going to use this towel that I had and I'm going to dry off our client's skin. And when she got up, she definitely felt a lot lighter. So we did take a before, and in about 3 days, we're going to take an after picture and we're going to see about maybe how many more procedures she may want to do, if any. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below, and feel free to reach out to me on my social media platforms as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.